So with all the hype around the new MacBook Pros, you may be wondering what's gonna happen with the upcoming MacBook Air, because that $2,000 will make a big hole in your wallet. Well, in this video, I'm gonna be telling you all the brand new leaks and rumors about the upcoming MacBook Air, with good news and bad news at the same time. So without further ado, let's get right into the new leaks and rumors. Okay, so before we start into this video, I am really sorry about the conditions of this video. I just found out about these new rumors, and I was all day gone getting my COVID vaccine, and going to an appointment needing my dogs. I had to wait extra, like 4 hours or 3 hours extra, and there was tons of dogs. Super stressful. I would have done this video about 3 p.m, but I couldn't because I was somewhere else, so I couldn't really do it. And also, sorry about the conditions. I usually film in broad daylight, or somewhere else where I don't get this much grain. So just apologize for the video. Just try to focus. Maybe just have this somewhere lying around while I do something else. Sorry for the conditions, but let's get now into the actual video. So let's start off with the design of this upcoming MacBook Air. It will not have the same wedge-shaped design as the predecessors, as for the past 15 years since this Mac was introduced in 2006. That may paint some people by kind of iconic, but I don't really think it's that necessary. I mean, you could take it away and people will still like it because it's a Mac, and anything Apple sells, people like it. But also, I don't think it'll make that big of an impact. I think you could also just keep it at wedge shaped and nobody will even notice, or you'll just see it'll have just a flat shaped design. And one thing we noticed that it'll probably have a flat shaped design is that because of the new MacBook Pros. So have you seen those thick MacBook Pros that have you see a video? Those things look thick. Those things are huge compared to even the 16-inch MacBook Pro from 2019, which we thought was really thick. But no, these things are just way bigger. And one way Apple could make the MacBook Air even thinner is by making it a flat shaped design and making it as thin as possible. I could see maybe 50% thinner, 60% thinner. That'd be really ideal. That'd be actually pretty cool if that could happen. Maybe that will actually happen, but that should be pretty cool because that'll be a flat shaped design. That one thing that won't be really good though is like some people like the MacBook Air because of the keyboard is slightly down, not flat, and that could kind of hurt your palms if you're typing for a long time. Because instead of being like rested like this, you're gonna have to be like this, and that might hurt your wrists. Some people do hurt it. Do you get wrists hurt because of those flat sides? Some people don't. I'm generally fine with. I don't type as long as some people. I usually type on my iPad. I don't know why people get those, but I do know some people who do. So maybe that could affect them. But overall, the flat shaped design will be actually pretty cool. It'll also have MagSafe, which is pretty cool too. Probably be some crazy high wattage fast charging, maybe like 97 watts, 65 watts, something like that. Because the new MacBook Pros and MagSafe generally is really good, and that'd be pretty cool. One thing that I do not like about these new upcoming Macs, and one thing we know this is happening, is the notch is coming to the MacBook Air. That is kind of annoying because the notch on the MacBook Pro, people really didn't like it. Also, I didn't like it first impressions, but now I'm seeing it in video in high quality 4K in person. I'm not in person, but in video. It doesn't look as bad. And one thing, when you go full screen mode, you'll just have the top bezel there, so it won't interfere with any of your content, and especially watching videos. This is very good because when you're watching videos, the thing is just black bezels and then black, so it won't really interfere with any of your videos. So that's gonna be really good. But one thing with white bezels, which is very annoying, is that it interferes with your videos anytime and any productivity that you're doing every single time. So it's very annoying having that and doing that, which is pretty annoying. Doing that, it's kind of annoying. So you trying to focus and then you get distracted by those white bezels. It's kind of annoying. So especially having like if you're in light mode or just regular mode, it's gonna be fine. Dark mode, not so fine. So notch, not ideal unless it's gonna have a 1080p webcam and Face ID. That would be really cool. Not gonna happen. Probably Face ID is probably just gonna come in another 3 years probably. So that's kind of annoying. Notch, I would play with a black bezel notch, but most all the bezels are gonna be white, and just because of that, that's gonna be kind of annoying. That's gonna distract people. But once you get used to it, it won't really bother you as much. But as when you first buy it, if you're accustomed to having a black bezel iPad or an iPhone, it's gonna be a huge adjustment for you because it's gonna be very annoying. But within the week, you'll probably get used to it. Just not ideal, and the notch is kind of annoying. Well, what about the specs of this Mac? We don't really know. What we only know is that it'll come with the M2 chip, the next generation of Apple's M1 chip, apart from the M1 Pro and the M1 Pro Max. The updated chip for Apple's MacBooks is going to be faster. We don't know how many CPU cores or GPU cores or high efficiency cores this will have. We just know that it'll be named the M2. What I'm thinking will happen is Apple will probably keep the regular M1 and M2 chips and M3, etc. chips probably on their MacBook Airs. The M1 and M2 Pro Max and M1 Pro Max will probably be on their MacBook Pros. While the M1, M2, M3 chips will probably be in the low end in the baseline or just regular MacBook Airs. That I can see that Apple doing that. We'll just have to wait and see how Apple pulls that off, but that would be actually a very possible way of Apple doing that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. It will make kind of sense because that the regular M1 chips will probably be in the regular low-end MacBook Airs. And the M1 Pro and the M1 Pro Max will be on their high-end MacBook Pros. I can see that happening. Just have to wait and see. As for the ports, this Mac will have MagSafe, which I already said. Maybe 4, that'll be great, or even 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports. That'll be also really good. And a headphone jack. The headphone jack is not going away, which is great. Maybe even 4 Thunderbolt 4 ports would be great for connectivity. You'll still need a dongle though. It's not gonna have HDMI or SD card slots, because that's gonna be that's on the Pros. Unless you want the Pro, go unless you want HDMI or SD card slot, go get it. Apple could maybe toss in an SD card reader in there. That'll be pretty cool. Probably not gonna happen. That's gonna be a feature probably only on the Pros. Apple will probably add ports on the MacBook Air like in 3 years. And say it's revolutionary, but that'd be actually pretty cool. Hopefully they can have ports in the MacBook Air once again. As for when we will see it, we don't really know. Probably at Apple's December event, even possibly sooner, or even the second half of 2022. That'll be actually pretty cool, but we don't really know. As for the screen, which isn't really important on a MacBook Air because MacBooks have probably the exact same screen, but this year it could be pretty important since this year we're probably going to get a mini LED display with 1,000 nits of sustained brightness and 1,600 nits of peak brightness for HDR content, which would be pretty cool. Probably not going to have 120 Hz Pro motion. That's probably going to only be on the Pros, but that will still be pretty sick if we get 120 Hz Pro motion on the MacBook Air. That would be great if we can get it. But still, we don't really know what's gonna happen. The notch is probably gonna happen. It's gonna be very annoying. Kind of annoying. Well, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.